It's no secret that Hells Angels is a very popular gang, biker gang, and apart from being popular, they're also very dangerous. Well, that's why we call it a gang and not a friends gathering. Anyway, this is CrimeFlicks, your number one stop for crime stories. Before we get started, let's quickly get to know who the Hells Angels bikers are. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club, or HAMC, is a worldwide organization founded in California in 1948. The Hells Angels are known for their distinctive logo, which features a winged skull wearing a helmet. The Hells Angels are one of the world's largest and most notorious outlaw motorcycle gangs, with an estimated 2,500 members and over 230 chapters in 27 countries. The Hells Angels have branches all over, including the United States, Canada, Australia, Europe, and South America. The group has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and films, including the 1966 documentary Hells Angels, The Strange and Terrible Saga of the Outlaw Motorcycle Gangs, and the 2003 film Hells Angels on Wheels. Haven't biker gangs always been on wheels? Anyway, let's get started with the rules. Rule number 1, if you wish to join Hells Angels biker gang, you can only ride a Harley. If you wish to join Hells Angels biker gang, you can only ride a Harley. If you wish to join Hells Angels biker gang, you can only ride a Harley. Rule number 2, the next crazy rule is don't ever question their grammar. Hells Angels biker gangs are mostly known for breaking their own rules. If you have to read the spelling of Hells Angels biker gang, you might find a missing apostrophe, but don't you dare try to question them about it or try to point out their mistake. They are well known for breaking the rules. As I told you earlier, it can be any, including grammatical regulations. And if you have opened their website, you'll find a note saying that they know there's a missing apostrophe. But they missed it, not us, so why don't they fix it? So if you want to be a good member of this gang, try not to point out the mistake ever. Because obviously, we're talking about a very notorious gang here. So be safe out there and try to be as quiet as possible if you ever encounter one of them. Rule 3, the Hells Angels biker gang has a dress code. Yes, that's right. Every member of the Hells Angels biker gang has their dress code. It is mandatory to wear the waistcoat with the name Hells Angels and the symbol at the back of the vest. This is because when riding on the road, everyone will know which organization you belong to. However, this isn't the only thing you must wear as a member of a Hells Angels biker club. You'll discover that Hells Angels charters have their own dress codes. Some are wearing shorts, while others aren't allowed to wear anything except black. You can also find some motorcyclists of Hells Angels of some countries who are permitted to don denim in camouflage printed pants. These are the things that help the charters recognize their neighbors when they're riding with whoever belongs from which road. Rule number 4. The most important rule is that you cannot join any other biker club except Hells Angels. If you are a member of this gang, then you have to forget all the others. There is room for no open marriage. This group is proud of developing bonds between the members and creating a strong brotherhood. This is why you will not need to join any other biker group except the Hells Angels. And you can see on the Hells Angels website that it sometimes supports other organizations, but they do it by going through the site, which is their decision. If you don't want to mix it up, keep only the main group rather than any other street group. Rule number 5, Angels members do not speak to the media. If you wonder why the Hells Angels biker group is so mysterious, they prefer to keep their plans and planned activities private. And if you have ever witnessed any group of Hells Angels riding, you can see that in real life. They have an internal policy that they will not talk to the press about anything. So if you're planning to join the Hells Angels bike group, well, now start being silent and mysterious and secretive. The members are lip-locked, forbidden to tell anything about the club or other members or any of the members' things. This is done to protect their image from any social troll, abuse, and danger that can happen to them due to false social impressions and fake news reports. What happens in the club stays in the club. So what do you guys think about this? Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications whenever new crime-related videos are posted. Moving on. Rule number 6. The vests that the Hells Angels biker gang will provide you once you get included in their gang are considered the most sacred thing to them. For the riders, the vest is not just an accessory. It's more than that. You can say it is their identity. Also, you must know that all riders treat their vest very carefully. Some of them are so obsessed with their vest that they don't let medics cut off their vests in life-threatening situations because they consider wearing the gear an honor for them. They respect it from the inner core of their heart and treat it as the most precious thing in their life. Rule number 7. If you plan to join Hells Angels biker group, you must say goodbye to other hobbies before that. If you enter the organization, the brothers over there will expect you to put their organization first and want you to give all your time to their organization only. Also, they'll provide different advantages like voting in the meeting, so taking responsibility very seriously is better. You should keep the club your number one priority and treat it as if it is the only thing in your life. Consequently, the Hells Angels biker group members do not have any other hobbies except for organization and riding bikes. Now, if you join the club, your spouse and your family will gradually have to understand that they are not the priority. The gang is, and supposedly, eventually, they'll get used to that. I don't know. Rule number 8. If you're a Hells Angel biker group fan but serve in law enforcement, then it's sad news that you cannot join. You might have thought that a police officer who does his patrolling on a motorcycle can be a good member of the Hells Angels biker group. But, you are wrong. They are not allowed to join. Law enforcement officers are strictly prohibited from being Hells Angels bike club members. They want to live with freedom, and they consider that if a police officer is among them, that will hamper their state of space and their activities. Rule number 9. Don't you dare interrupt a meeting of the Hells Angels biker group, because it will cost you. If you find any Hells Angels members crowding the road and you think that it might just be some rowdy riders who are just creating a fuss and then decide to interrupt them, then dear, it will cost you. It is one of the rules that you should not disturb any Hells Angels biker meetings. The members, though, have specific guidelines on how they should behave in the gatherings. They follow Robert's Rules of Order and act that way in public groups. If anyone has any questions, it's better to ask before the meeting begins, because once the session gets started, you cannot interrupt their meetings, because if you dare to break that rule, it will cost you a Benjamin. Yeah, $100 fine. I thought the consequences would be worse. Rule number 10, never rat out a fellow angel. Better be silent. Not all angel members follow their conventional paths. So when the police start an investigation, the fellow members know they can't say anything to anyone. They have to keep the secret to themselves. If you're found talking to police or to any other investigator, then you are incriminating a brother or worse, so they choose silence. You'll have to keep your mouth shut all the time. And you all know that the best way to cover up something is to remain silent. So these are the top 10 crazy rules that you should know if you want to join the Hells Angels biker gang. Also, if you are a fan of them, you should know these rules. They may not follow the law, but when it comes to their own rules, they follow those very strictly. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to CrimeFlicks. We'll see you later.